All right, what up, world? It's your boy Keith Spades, the Sky God, aka Sky God Keith Spades. So this video is for white people. So I have a bunch of friends. I got some family that's white. I'm saying I love white people. I'm saying I think white people are awesome. I'm saying like y'all do like amazing things all the time. Y'all do got some, some chinks in the armor, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And, some areas that could be improved upon. That being said, I did want to go ahead and just make this video, and because I got a lot of friends that are just being like, man, I don't know like what to do. Like I know that stuff's messed up, but I don't really know like what to do type thing. So I just wanted to give some information. Okay, so that being said, I think to get started, I should start off by saying so far, me kind of surveying multiple social media platforms, I'm kind of seeing, I would say pretty much four groups of white people and their response to the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that's going on right now, That being said, type A, obviously my favorite type. Long story short, they are the people, they probably got like some black family members, they hang out with black people like consistently, they listen to black music, but they actually take part in black culture type of people, you know what I mean? Like those type of people. They understand that they don't understand. They know that they're white, so they never experience exactly what it is that we go through, but they do understand that what we go through is max level messed up and should not be the case. They understand that it needs to change. Then there's type B, white people, right? So type B white people, they're like, hey, I understand that things are messed up. I do know that it needs to change, but it's not really my life. It's not really something I got to deal with. So it's not really my issue type thing, which I understand. I would not, I'm not going to put anybody down for thinking that way. I do understand that type. Type C. Now, this is when you start getting into, racist territory. Like, obviously, there's like a spectrum of it, you know what I mean? But like, that's going to be type C. But then like the most dangerous type, I would say, is type D. And these are the people who actually are racist, but pretend like they're not racist just to push whatever agendas they want to be pushing. You know what I'm saying? I was recently reading an article that called them ghost skins. And I don't know if that's a term. She put it in quotes, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll find that article and maybe put up a link or something like that. But long story short, that being said, this kind of age of upheaval, which is going on with the COVID and Trump and China and everything that's going on right now, and then you get to the stuff that's been happening for the last 400 years. You know what I mean? It started off in the slave fields, when as soon as one of us would try to get free, they basically made cops specifically to hunt us down type thing, and then they just became cops of today type thing. So from what I'm hearing, with that being said, that kind of slave master mentality is still prevalent today, and it is affecting us in a lot of ways. Now, the thing is, as far as what we can do as a whole, there's a bunch of stuff that we need to do better. As far as me, conversing with the white people right now, a big part of what we need you guys to do is use your voices. We understand that it's scary, especially when you're in certain groups, certain cultures. Like, it's hard to be the one that speaks up and is like, no, that's not exactly right. Like, that's a tough thing, and I understand that. But you gotta understand, people are dying. That's a really tough thing. Like, people are dying. Fathers are being taken away from their families. Mothers are being taken away from their families. Daughters, sons. Like, these are people who are interacting with people no longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a tough thing, and it's something that we deal with on a daily. And this, I think, the point of this video, I really want to emphasize. Like, it's hard to say exactly what we need you guys to do, other than use your voices. But use your voices, stand with us, be an ally, be our allies, because at the end of the day, we're all we got. Like I'm saying, like we are one, even if we don't see it that way. Like that's we got this planet, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta understand that we are together. But one of the other points that I wanted to emphasize, nobody ever hits me up unless I'm doing a video, bro. Like, why? Anyway, one of the most important point I think I wanted to put in this video was kind of just to give you guys perspective. So when I was talking about the different types of white people, right? So type A, you guys know already. I ain't gotta say nothing to you. Type D, screw you guys. Type C, I'm not gonna spend too much time with you. Like depending on what part of the spectrum you're on, like yeah, maybe I can sway you a little bit, but I don't really think it's gonna be worth my time. But as far as type B people, like you guys who's like it's not really, I don't really care that much, and then you know what I mean, like those type of people, like you guys are who I'm talking to, and I just want you to kind of just take on the perspective of what it would be like to be black in America. Like not only, you know, you don't have to like go out and paint your face or anything like that, but just hear me out. You know what I'm saying? So imagine, right? Imagine you're driving along and you're in, you know, unfamiliar part of the town for whatever reason, and cop pulls you over. It's a black cop. And he immediately lets you know that he's racist. Like he like they let you know. They won't say it obviously because the cameras, this, that, and the other, but they let you know. You know what I'm saying? So black cop pulls you over, lets you know he's racist, lets you know that he's upset about the fact that you have a nice car, or he's upset that you're just on this side of town. Now you know, as any person in society, you know you need to respect that cop, but at the same time, he's letting you know that he's gonna be aggressive to you, and he has the capacity to kill you. This is the issue that Black Lives Matter is pressing so hard right now because it's the most important issue. This cop has the right to kill you. This cop that is racist, this cop that hates you before he sees you, he hates you, and he has the ability to kill you. That is the issue. That is the issue. The way the laws are set up, the way that certain people are able to protect these cops, it makes it so that, one, they're hiring in people who kind of already have these attitudes, which you definitely shouldn't be hiring people who have. It's hard to say that you shouldn't be hiring people with implicit attitudes. Implicit attitudes are basically subconscious tendencies that everybody has. So everybody has them, so you can't just like no, we're not going to hire you because everybody has them for the most part. But because we do hire people who do have those implicit attitudes, and some of those implicit attitudes are racist, they affect the culture that is police. And that being said, with that being said, these attitudes, even if they come across in communication, so as soon as he comes up to that car and he lets you know that he's racist, essentially, he's basically reminding you, hey, I hate you and I can kill you, because the laws protect him in doing so. Because and obviously cops know how to, everybody knows how to work their job, So if their job is to enforce the law, they know how to enforce or not enforce it. You know what I mean? So long story short, they have the capacity to get away with murder. So they're hiring in people with these implicit attitudes, and the law itself is protecting these people with these attitudes and when they murder people. And the thing is, like, that's such a hard thing to wrap my head around, but I know it's a reality in my life. And so that's why I think that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think a lot of white people don't necessarily make that connection necessarily. Like, everybody knows, like, oh yeah, they're racist. Like, there's some racist cops out there, but they're not all racist. Like, da-da-da. Okay, cool. I'm talking about one racist cop, even if it's only one in the whole world. This one cop has the ability to kill me just because he feels like it. So he has that ability, as long as because the law protects him. That's something that I just have to deal with. So it's kind of remarkable to me when I see someone on my timeline, like someone who I would have considered a friend, like up until this point, say something along the lines of, oh, well, this guy probably had it coming because this, that, or the other, or I think the biggest thing I'm saying right now that's really throwing me off is when some of my white friends are upset about looting and rioting. I'm like, bro, do you really know what's happening? Do you know why we're looting and rioting? You do know why, right? They're like, yeah, but it's not right. I'm like, what? That's your response? It's not right? Like, bro, these people who hate me have the ability to kill me. They do this, and it's not like they just have it and they don't exercise. They do it. They do it, and they do it. And then when we try to protest it, they attack us and do it more. This is an issue, to say the least. To say bare minimum, this is an issue. We are hiring people with racially biased, implicit attitudes, and we're giving them the ability to kill us. How can that? How can you not see that as absolutely maniacal, diabolical, whatever you want to call it? It's not good. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely something that the whole world needs to address. That being said, man, I just wanted to let white people know, like, hey, we love you guys. We, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, it's all love. But there's some of every racial group who is bad. And the issue is, you guys have the power right now, so that you guys, some of these guys are the bad guys with power. And that's really what I wanted to say. And so when we're asking you, hey, we need your voices, we need your presence, we need you to back us up, we need you to be with us, that's what we're talking about, and that is why. I think there's so much to be gained from our cultures mixing and mingling. Like, obviously, you know, white people love black culture. That's they eat it up. Vultures. Or I shouldn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, they be smashing. You feel me? And there's things that blacks take from white people also. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think of anything right now, but I'm sure there's something. But that being said, like there is definitely a benefit to society mixing cultures, and there's a benefit to society having that diversity. But in order to protect that, we have to protect each other. And that's really the point that I was trying to make. And just use your voices, use your presence, know what we're fighting against. I think that makes all the difference. Know that these people are literally, they have the desire to kill us, and they have the ability to kill us. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how, like, this is big. This is something that we need to really focus in on. So, that being said, let your friends know, share, like, whatever, but just spread the word, long story short. That being said, it's all love. Sky God out.